Welcome everybody. Thank you all for coming out. I'm very excited for this evening. So is this turtle that's trying to escape. How many of you have been to the library this summer? Raise your hand. A lot of you have not been to the library. It's just a couple blocks down the road, and it's not too late to sign up for our summer reading program. We have a lot of great things happening. This Wednesday at the Lacey Library from 2 to 4 o'clock, we're going to have a Lego club. So that's going to be awesome. If you like Legos, come on down to that. We still have coupons that we're handing out each week. So this week, if you are participating in our summer reading program, you get a free coupon to Papa Murphy's for some free cookie dough. So that's awesome. Come on, stop by and say hi. Thanks so much for coming. And without further ado, everybody give it up for the Reptile Man.
Thank you. My name is Scott Peterson. I used to teach biology, but I've been doing this for about 30 years now. Some of you adults probably saw me when you were kids. But people ask me all the time, what is a good reptile to get as a pet? And I say, I don't recommend reptiles as pets because people get bored with them. But and they can live 20 to 40 years. But if you absolutely have to have a reptile as a pet, here's a good one. I need someone to help me hold a lizard. Okay, your hand was up first. Yeah, great shirt. Come on up. From Australia, this is a bearded dragon named Pokey. Here he is. Now he's going to sit on your shoulder. He wanted to. He likes to sit on shoulders, and there you go. Okay, now just kind of walk over there so they can check him out. He will sit on your shoulder all day long. He's never tried to bite. Wonderful lizard. Come on over here on the front of the stage so they can see how pokey he is. He has little spikes all over his body. Just turn sideways so you can check him out there. And he likes to eat insects. And you know, having a pet that eats insects is a pain because you have to go to the pet store every week. But you can buy freeze-dried crickets or mealworms in a jar, and that makes it really easy. So that if you're gonna get one of these, do the freeze-dried thing. It's awesome. Why is he called a bearded dragon? When two boys. It's okay, relax. He won't bite you, it's okay. Keep breathing. You gotta breathe. Breathe. Okay. Okay, now just walk over here so they can see. Okay, it's all right. But guys, when two boys see each other, the throats turn jet black and it looks like he has a beard. If he sees his reflection in the mirror, his throat will turn black and he'll attack himself in the mirror. The boys are very territorial. Now, we'll let you pet him after the show. His claws are a little sticky. He sticks like Velcro, so you have to kind of pull hard to get him off. There you go. Okay, thank you. You did it there. Not so bad. You know, only one lizard attacks humans. That's the Komodo Dragon. 10 feet long, 300 pounds. They eat people in Indonesia. But other lizards will not attack you. But if you go to the desert in Arizona or Mexico, that's where poisonous or venomous lizards live. The Gila monster is venomous. So let's see if they really are monsters. This is Sheila the Gila. She's not a monster. Cutest little thing. If you find one of these in Arizona, relax. They will not attack you, but do not pick up a wild one. If you pick up a wild Gila monster, they don't know you, and they'll get scared. And if they bite you, you won't die. But it will be the most painful experience of your life. They say this is the most painful animal bite on the planet, more painful than gunshot wounds and severe burns. So that bright pink color is a warning. There's pain here. Don't pick up a wild one. But she knows me. I raised her. We're very good friends. Yes. Oh, yeah, he's coming. She has a forked tongue. What does that mean? She smells with her tongue, just like a snake. Her tongue tells her which way to turn, and they love to eat bird eggs. And check out her tail. She can go a year without eating. She stores food in her tail. She can live a year off of the fat in her body. Cold-blooded animals only need 1/10 as much food as warm-blooded animals. It's an advantage to be cold-blooded, unless you live in a cold place. Oh, her number one enemy is the Roadrunner. Yeah, there's birds in the desert. The Roadrunners, they eat reptiles. First thing roadrunners do is they peck out the eyes of their prey. But look, her eyes are hard to see. Her little black eyes look just like the little black scales on her face. The roadrunner can't see her eyes, it saves her lives. One of my favorite reptiles is Sheila. Now, our next reptile is the smartest. This next reptile knows about 10 or 12 human words. She plays like a puppy. She's very smart. Her name is Lucy. It's an alligator named Lucy. Now let's see if this alligator will do her trick. On the count of 3, Lucy goes to sleep, but first she's going to sit up straight. So here we go.
I don't know now.
Alligators don't count very good. But she really does go to sleep. But don't try that on a big one. And you know how big alligators get? They never stop growing. They live 100 years. We're talking 1,000 pounds and 18 feet for the males. So this is not a pet, all right, kids. You know, but crocodiles eat people more. So here's how you tell the difference. Look at her nose. Crocodiles have a long, skinny nose. Alligators have a short, wide nose. She's an alligator. Oh, what's her tail for? It's for swimming. It's propeller. Watch. Lucy loves to do propeller. It's all right. He can't get out. He'll go back in. It's okay. A turtle crisis up here. Hey, I'm going to let you pet Lucy after the show. I raised her from a little baby. She's never tried to bite anybody. I actually trust her more than I do a dog or a cat. People find that hard to believe, but in 30 years of going to schools, I've never had an alligator try to bite anybody. She really is amazing. So we'll get her out later. Oh, you might have heard about the alligator attack that happened in Florida a few weeks ago with the little kid. I got to tell you what happened there. People had been illegally throwing food to the wild alligators, and when you feed a wild alligator, that alligator thinks every human has food in their hand. The alligator wasn't trying to eat the kid, he just grabbed the kid's hand thinking there was food in it. The kid drowned in the water. The alligator didn't try to eat the kid, but you should never feed wild alligators, and don't let your little kids go walk around in the water if there's big alligators in the area. You just gotta respect the animals. Big males get really big. Oh, you know, Lucy can open her box and come out if she wanted to, but she is afraid. A big male alligator's gonna come by and eat her. The big males are cannibals, they eat the little ones, so she likes to hide until we get home. Now let's take a look at this thing here. Can a turtle come out of its shell? No. Their shell is part of their body, it's their ribs. And this turtle doesn't swim, he only lives on the land, so he's a tortoise. This is a desert tortoise from Africa. Now, tortoises are the friendliest animals on earth. His name is SpongeBob Scalepants. And you can tell he's the tortoise because his arms are covered with giant scales. And what does he do with his arms? He digs tunnels 30 feet long in the ground. It gets so hot in the desert in Africa, the sun would kill him during the day. He has to dig. And guess what? He shares his tunnels with other animals, even poisonous snakes. They get along with him. He shares his home with everybody. Oh, you know the reason tortoises are slow? Listen. His shell is so strong you can drive a car over his back and it won't break. So he doesn't have to run away from anything. Not even a lion can eat him. He just hides in his shell. And he's a plant eater. You don't need to be fast to catch a plant. Oh, he just eats grass. He's my lawnmower. And he's in no hurry. They live 200 years. So we'll let you pet him after the show. We'll let him run some laps here while we're waiting. Hey, don't put your fingers in front of his mouth when he's eating. He has sharp jaws, and you'll need a Band-Aid if you get your fingers in his mouth. And if you have painted fingernails or toenails, be careful. He might think they're strawberries. Don't put them in front of his nose. Okay. All right, well, let's see. Who's next? Oh, only 2 kinds of snakes live around here. What do we call the snake here with the stripe down the back? Garter snake. And garter snakes eat slugs. That's good for your garden. But the other snake that lives here doesn't have a stripe. It's a very close relative of the anaconda, and it lives here. It's called the Rubber Boa. They only get twice this big. It's a miniature anaconda, the Rubber Boa. Oh, look at the tail. The Rubber Boa's tail looks like the head. If an animal tries to eat her, she hides her head. She sticks her tail in the air, and the animal starts biting the tail. And they can't figure out why it doesn't die, and that saves her life. Oh, the tail has another trick. They eat baby mice, and the tail will strike at the mother mouse to keep it back while the head eats the babies. If you find a Rubber Boa, you can hold them. They never bite. But don't bring home a wild one. A wild one will not eat, and they will starve to death. This one was captive bred. It was raised by people. I never catch wild animals and bring them home. They usually don't live very long, and they're not very happy. When parents, if you go to the pet store, please only buy animals that were captive bred. Don't buy the wild caught. Make sure you ask about that. You'll have a better experience. He's there. He's doing laps. He's coming back here. Better NASCAR. All right. Now let's show you how to hold a snake. There are 3 rules for... Everybody stay sitting. There are 3 rules for holding snakes. Rule number 1 is, if you don't know what it is, don't pick it up. But if you know it's not venomous, you know what it is, then rule number 2 is, don't squeeze the snake. Look. This is a milk snake. They don't drink milk, that's just what people call them, but whenever I hold him, I just let him crawl. I let him crawl through my hands. He thinks he's getting away and he calms down. But if you squeeze him, it hurts him and you might get bitten. And rule number 3 is, don't put a wild snake in your face. A wild snake will see your big eyes, your big teeth. They'll think you're going to eat him and they'll bite your nose. I know from experience. Oh, if he did bite me, it's no big deal. His teeth are little pinpricks. It hardly hurts at all, and I've never had an infection from a snake bite. But if a venomous snake bites you, that hurts a lot. So I brought a rattlesnake to show you. Well, guys, don't worry. My snakes do not have their poison anymore. No venom. I do a surgery on their heads. I make them go to sleep. We take their venom sacs out of their heads so they won't hurt you. But they still have big teeth called fangs. So I want you guys to stay behind this line right here. This is the line of death. Do not cross this line right here. All right, you won't die. Here we go. He's going to shake his tail. Please remember this sound if you go to Eastern Washington. Some insects sound like this. Some bugs are like this. You got no difference. This is how they tell you where they are so you don't step on them and kill them. You're a giant. So here we go. He knows I'm not going to step on him. It's a timber rattler. It's okay. He won't hurt you. Isn't he beautiful? Look at this thing. Now, whenever you see a snake, look at the tail first. If you see a rattle, what do? No, don't run. If you run, you might step on another one nearby. People do that. So just walk around them. Snakes in America do not chase people. And guess what? They only strike half their body length. Half. So just walk around them. Oh, and remember the shape of his head. If you see a snake with a triangle head, it's a viper. I'm watching. It's okay. Guess he doesn't bite the snake. Like a Justin Bieber concert. Hey guys, please, when you grow up, don't kill rattlesnakes. They are really good for people. They're one of the best rodent killers on this planet. They eat rats and mice. And what do rats and mice eat? Jesus cartoons. Rats and mice eat seeds or grain like wheat and corn and rice. Snakes save our food, our crops. Guess what? If you take 2 rats, a boy and a girl rat, and you put them in a place where there's no animals to eat them, in the end of 1 year, there could be 2,000 rats in that place just from 2. Some rodent species can have 19 litters in 1 year. We need snakes. They save our food. Oh, rattlesnake bites are about less than 1% fatal. If 100 people get bitten, one of them will die. So it's rarely fatal. You don't need to kill them. Oh, now we have a snake that huffs, and it puffs. That doesn't blow your house down. If you ever go to Africa someday, you need to know this sound. This snake and its relatives are hard to see on the ground. And if you walk over one of these, 2-inch fangs, the biggest teeth of any snake. Their venom will kill you in 15 minutes. This is the number 2 deadliest snake on earth, the Gab Boon Viper. See if you can hear the Gab Boon. See if you can hear the snake. There he is. He's gonna do it. All right. Okay, he's doing it. He's doing it. That's just a rubber chicken, sorry. That's just a chicken, not the sound. That's just a chicken, sorry. Not the sound. Let's try it one more time. No more jokes. I hate that sound. Here's the real Gab Boon Viper now. This snake sounds just like Darth Vader. See if you can hear the Darth Vader snake. Gab Boon Viper. Okay, listen up. Shh. Okay, listen. Here we go. This is him. Always in a good mood. Come on. It's hardly doing it. Anyway, just imagine Darth Vader. Here he is. Gab Boon Viper. His name is Smiley. Looks like he's smiling. I know. Everybody stay sitting. And look at the shapes on his back. These patterns trick your eyes. It's an optical illusion. When they hide on the ground, they disappear in leaves. In fact, look at his head. His head looks just like a leaf. There's a line down the middle of his head. He is camouflaged. Oh, he's going to get a lot bigger than this. And Gab Boon Vipers eat porcupines. They can swallow a porcupine head first, so the pokey things point towards the tail. And you know, some people are going to feel sorry for the porcupine because they're really cute. But porcupines eat trees. Too many porcupines. No more trees left. We need animals that eat other animals. There's no trees, there's no toilet paper. That'd be terrible. Hey kids, can you say a word for me? Can you say ecosystem? An ecosystem is when animals and plants are all connected in nature. If things are connected, it's an ecosystem. Every animal is important. Oh, look at this. He just shed his skin. Every 3 months, snakes do this. You know why snakes shed? It's not to grow. It's to get rid of parasites, little bugs called mites that suck their blood. So they shed their skin to get rid of bugs. Oh, does anybody know what the #1 deadliest snake in the world is? It's a black mamba from Africa. We have a 10-foot black mamba at our reptile zoo in Monroe, but they are the world's fastest snake. He's too hard to handle. You have to go to Monroe and see him there. I'm done with him. Anyway, our next reptile, we have snakes that squeeze animals to death. They're called constrictors.
Make it run for
Okay, from South America, this is Betty, the boa constrictor. Who wants to get squeezed by a boa constrictor? Okay, all the kids stay sitting on the ground so they can see. Everybody stay sitting down, okay? Now guys, this boa is squeezing, but it doesn't hurt. Betty the boa is just holding on. She's afraid of falling down, so she holds on with her body. You know, boa constrictors have never killed a human. They don't eat people. They're not as big as pythons. She's sticking her tongue out to smell you to see if you're a rat, so don't worry. Snakes smell their tongue, she knows. Oh, if you're scared, if you're afraid of snakes, you need to hold one. It makes your fear go away. In 5 or 10 minutes, you can get over your fear of snakes. Oh, if you ever get squeezed by a boa constrictor, you can just bend them and they come off. Just reach down, pull the tail out, just untie it like a knot. Pull the tail. Just bend it with both hands if you need to. Pull hard, it won't hurt. Just bend it out. You gotta save yourself here. Keep pulling. Keep pulling. Just pull the tail out. Pull hard. Keep pulling. You can do it, don't give up. Okay, got the tail, now I'll hold the neck. Just bend it off. See, that was easy. You did it, good job. All right, you were very brave. Now, it's time for snakes that eat people. There are 5 kinds of snakes in the world that eat humans. We have one of them here tonight. But guess what, guys? Only one person in the whole world gets eaten by a snake each year. They think it's that rare. One person. And this is just a baby one. I need 5 of you to help me with this man-eating species. Red shirt, blue shirt, gray shirt. Yeah. Let's see. Green shirt, and let's get you right there. Okay. All right, you guys just stand in line. Get close together. It's just a baby one, just a little one. This Burmese Python is 1 year old. He could be 400 pounds and 25 feet. But pythons are not the biggest snake. What's the biggest snake? Anacondas. They get 600 pounds. We have an anaconda at our zoo. We can't even pick her up. Oh, how many backbones does a python have? Try 300 vertebrae. It's a lot of backbones. Yeah. Oh, you know why he doesn't eat you? He was raised by people. He knows you're not his food. He's just sticking his tongue out. And, I know he's a boy. If you look under his tail, right where he goes potty, just hold the tail up here. If you look under his tail right there, he has 2 claws. Boys, pythons and boas, the boys have claws, and they can move them. The boys tickle the girls with their claws when they like them, so he's a boy. All right. Oh, before I let you pet and hold the animals, a couple things. Oh, yeah, pick it up there. Just hold it up. No worries. All right, kids, I want you guys, remember, please don't squeeze the animals, okay? And we want to be real soft when you touch them. Wash your hands for other people's germs when we're finished. Since we're all touching the same thing, wash your hands. Oh, I have a ticket to our zoo. You get 1 ticket for each family. Please, just 1 ticket so we have enough for everybody. But here's tickets. We have a turtle at our zoo with 2 heads, a 2-headed turtle. We have big giant alligators like dinosaurs. So come on up to Monroe and check that out. Oh, if you want, I have DVDs for sale. Just hold the tail off the ground. So, these DVDs are $5. If you want to grab one of these, you can see our big anaconda eating a dead rabbit and our black mamba flashing his mouth, all kinds of reptiles on here. So just grab one of those. I've got change to give you. All right, so let's get the kids with the snake to walk out front here. Come on out front here. Just keep it off the ground. We're going to let you take turns petting and holding the animals. You get your picture with the alligator. If your mom or dad has a camera, Lucy will pet you on the head. You can get a picture with her pet you on the head. It's kind of a funny picture, too. So you can take turns holding the python. I'll put the turtle on the grass. You can pet the lizard. Just remember, don't put your fingers in front of the turtle's mouth when he's eating. Okay, I'm Scott Peterson, the Reptile Man. Thank you for coming out tonight. Let's get to know the animals.
All right, thank you, Scott. So, plenty of time, take turns, restrooms, wash your hands when you're done touching the animals. Be gentle.